All right, the headlines tonight edition tonight is not going to be from the studios here in our office. It's going to be on ground zero where people are really gathering against this campaign for corruption. It's over to Rahul Kanwal at Jantar Mantar.
This was described as a fighting style, one that would die after a few hours. But since the time I've come to Jantar Mantar this evening, every few minutes, at least 100 more people are coming over here. They're holding candles, they're holding banners, and they're believing that they're here to deliver change. This is no longer just about the Lokpal bill. This has become a movement where people are protesting against the way things are in India, and they believe that this is a big moment for change. Maybe they are inspired by Egypt, maybe that's taking things a bit too far, but hundreds of people have now come to Jantar Mantar, and joining us for this special show, apart from all the hundreds of people who've gathered here, Arvind Kejriwal. He's been in talks with Kapil Sibal all through the day. He'll tell us whether the government is serious about finding a solution. And Swapan Dasgupta, who began by describing this as something not to be taken very seriously. We'll ask him if he still stands by that notion. But I want to come across to Mr. Kejriwal first. You were with the government throughout the day. The government has compromised and they're now willing to have people's representation in the drafting committee. Do you believe a solution is near?
You see, I'll tell you what happened today. They say that there'll be a committee which will consist of 5 government representatives and 5 people's civil society people. But they say there will be no notification. What is a notification? There's a government order. Whenever a committee is formed, there is a government order. They say there will be no government order. Mr. Kapil Sibal said, I'll go to the media and I'll announce that there is a committee. It is almost like saying there was a God and God said, let there be light, and there was light. So now Kapil Sibal says, let there be a committee and there will be a committee. This is not the way committees are formed. There has to be an order. Okay. And the government doesn't want to have an order. So I have a feeling the government is completely non-serious about it. And it is very hurting that at a time when the entire country is coming on the streets, there are thousands of people on the streets, there's so much of anger, still the government is trying to play games.
Swapan, you began by describing this as a fad in some senses, one which wouldn't last and might not necessarily be taken seriously. You've been here for the last several minutes. Have you seen scenes like this in the last several years anywhere in India?
Well, Rahul, you're completely right. What is happening here is a spontaneous outburst. It's a feeling. It's an expression, it's really an explosion of sentiment which is happening. It is, to my mind, far more important than just the Lokpal bill. It is an expression of a popular disgust against corruption, where the Lokpal bill is only one small fraction of that debate. And so if we have to get bogged down with the debate on whether the Jan Lokpal bill or the Lokpal bill is more, that's one way. But I think where the government is missing the point is they don't realize the extent of popular fury. It's anger. It may be, on the surface it may be quiet, but underneath it there is a simmering anger.
Oh, absolutely. You know, there are people who've come from different parts of the country. There are principals, teachers. In fact, I also just want to introduce 2 more guests. Santosh Hegde, the Lokayukt of Karnataka, a man who's played a role in shaping the Jan Lokpal bill. He's joining us from Bangalore. And we've got Tavleen Singh, renowned columnist, who again says that this needn't be taken very seriously and the demands of these activists are way too extreme. But before I want to go to them, I want to go across to our audience. Prachi is with us and she's got some people. Prachi, why are these people here? What are they saying?
Well, there is simmering anger and people from all walks of life have actually joined us today. They've been here for 24 hours. Ma'am, tell us about yourself, your name and what brought you here.
I'm Mohini. I'm a school teacher. I've come here for Anaji. After this, I just couldn't sit at home and just watch, everything happening just like that. But I'm here for I just want to ask Arvindji, are you hopeful of any positive response from the government? Even if you are hopeful, I'm very hopeful we will get. But I just want to know, are the people in the government are as sensitive? Are they sensitive towards Anaji? He's already fasting for 24 hours. I'm worried about him. Being a teacher and a mother, I'm really worried about him.
Mr. Kejriwal.